Alexander, the Great Volkanovski!
Here we go. Boys, how are you? You know? When it's, you got the crowd, you know, and all that type of stuff and the atmosphere and all that, you know, I still got a job to do. So I go in there, I bang that, even though it looks like I'm revving myself up, it sort of let me know it's game time, but at the same time, I'm here to do my job that I always need to do when I'm here in the octagon about to fight, right? Like, so it's there's a game plan, there's everything that needs to be done, and that part of the process of just getting me ready to go out there and do battle and work to a game plan, work to what I need to do to win types of things. So it's a sort of a part of my, just a part of my process for me, to let me, when I'm in there, don't worry about all the other things. You know, that's my gig. This is my octagon. This is what I do when I'm here. I do my jumps as well. It's another thing I do. And all right, it's game time. So now it's all right, we're pretty chill. Even walking out, you know, I'm soaking up the crowd and all that type of stuff. But once I'm in there, that's just me. It's time to work. So I feel like it is still a team sport, but at the same time, you know, I've one thing that I do like about it. And you guys, you know, can relate. You know, obviously, if things don't go your way, and if you might feel like you're letting the team down and things like that, which I still get that feeling if things don't go the way when I'm fighting. You know, all these hours that people are put on me. Like I guess I like the fact that, you know, if I was to lose, you know, that's on me. You know what I mean? That was a preparation that you know, maybe I didn't do enough preparation. I didn't, you know, I might not just be good enough, plain and simple, but. You know, that's on me, and like, you know, it's something that I feel is a little bit different. I don't know how I can sort of relate that in your sense, but again, just as a team sport, it is a team sport. But one thing that I can say, and I've always been like that, is just that even though I'm talking about the effort that we try and put in the gym and all that. You know, whether, you know, the tackle's not there, you're not too close, or, you know, we'd be like, oh yeah, I'll chill out here for a little bit, like. There's still things that can be done. There still can be urgency, you know, urgency to make that tackle, to get back to that line quicker, to get to that kicker, little things like that. You know what I mean? I feel like yous would be like this anyway, you know what I mean? If you don't do that, like these little games you're in your head, it's like, oh, I could have done more. I let my team down there, you know, and things like that. So that's how I felt when I used to play rugby league, and even now, like when I feel like if I could have done better in a session, I feel like I'm letting people down, and I know that just drives me to always do better. But when you ask about team sport and being out there by myself, I don't feel like I am out there by myself, just purely because of the family team and, you know, all the training partners that put the hours in with me. So, yeah, I am the only one getting punched in there at the time. But at the same time, there's, you know, I punched a lot of my training partners in the face to get me ready as well. So they put their body on the line for me. Oh, mate, well, yeah, I do love it. I'm blessed to do something I love. I'm sure like we've a lot of you guys as well, you know what I mean, to do a sport that we've always wanted to do, always loved, and then go out there and this is our career. This is how we, you know, make our bread. So it's I do enjoy it. I enjoy the process. I will soak up the crowd. I will do that. Like, but as I said, once I'm in, it's go time. So I sort of acknowledge what it's all about. Acknowledge that this is a big moment. You know, this is a big deal. You know, but at the same time, once I step in that octagon, all right, now I do my jumps. I do I do that thing because I've got a game plan. I've got a job to do, and I've got to bring that bread back to that family as well. You know what I mean? So, again, as much as I love it. I try not to get too caught up in it. I will on the way out there, but as soon as you were saying, as soon as you cross that line and do that sprint, all right, we're on.
But you approach everyone like it's a grand final.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, there's a lot of preparation goes into each one of these fights, you know, and I look at it as, I've always looked at it as, you know, a loss for me was 4 steps backwards and things like that. You know, that's going to slow things down for me moving forward, whether it is mentally, physically, or, you know, whatever it is. But for me, every fight, yeah, everything goes into it. I take my sport very serious, and everything I do, you know, there's a lot of hours spent in the gym preparing for that one fight, you know, or that state of origin, or that grand final, you know, all year to get to this position. And to do what we need to do. So that's how I've always looked at it. You know what I mean? Like even the effort and the hard work putting in the gym. Like, you know, ever getting complacent and just cruising through and just being like, oh yeah, cool, you know, can't wait till I fight. It's a lot of work that goes into it. Like, you know, I ain't ever getting complacent and just cruising through and just being like, oh yeah, cool, you know, can't wait till I fight. It's a lot of work that goes into it. There's a lot of everything I think about leading into these fights and preparation is all about that moment when I go in. So that's sort of how it is for me. I know, you know, it sort of can resemble like the State of Origin for you guys, but even you know, obviously playing every week, but going out there and I look at it even when I'm training, you know, and you've got to play every week, and you know, you want to set a standard for yourself, habits, good habits that you're going to do, and I think that goes not just in every game during the weeks, but in the gym or on the field, training. When I say effort, you know, not getting complacent. I don't get complacent. You know, today I got complacent. And it's never about that for me. I don't get complacent even a second when I'm training. You know, I'm in a bad position in the gym. I have every right to just chill and I take my time. No one's watching, but I know, you know, these are the games I'm playing in my head. I take it very serious, and I want to have really good habits. So if I'm in a position that I'm not comfortable with or not happy with, I'm going to put effort to get me in a better position. Or as long as I'm putting effort and setting a good habit for myself, setting a standard for myself, and win these little games that we have in our head as well. So the urgency to just improve and get better and all that type of stuff, I'm always doing that. Now that's just all I know. So I don't have to try and work hard. Like, you know what I mean? I don't have to, I'm a hard worker. So I don't know any different. So it's something that I've built this base where you get me to do something, I'm going to give it 100% because I don't know any different. Yeah. It will eat me alive knowing that I didn't do 100%. So like I've made that, that's my standard. Yeah. My standard is 100% effort. And I've made that like who I am rather than, I need to, you know, I've got to work hard for this. It's just like, no, I'm just a hard worker and I ain't going to give you anything else but that.
Volkanovski trying to escape.
Oh my goodness, guillotine by Ortega.
He might go to sleep. The grip is breaking. Oh, wow. For now, Volkanovski is out.
Oh,
that's tight.
That's tight. Oh, he got him.
T-City trying to win a title with his signature move.
Oh my goodness, that is tight.
He's gonna go for the arm.
Oh yeah!
Wow!
Oh, he got out. Oh my goodness!
Are you kidding me right now?
Man. I thought it was over.
The champ.
The choke that you were in, anyone who follows the fight game would have thought that fight's over. You were going to sleep, weren't you?
Well, like, if you probably, some of you might have heard me talk about it, like the lights were dimming is a word that like sort of what I say. And when I say that is, it was deep, you know what I mean? It was very deep. It was everything went silent, couldn't hear a thing. And these lights that were in there just started like dimming. So everything was going, oh no. And I'm like, you know what I mean? It was, so that's how deep it was. But, you know, I don't know if you were going to ask, you know, like, you know.
Me you went there in training a lot.
Well, exactly right. So I'll get into it. It was just, well, we were there in, I would have been in them positions because we knew it was good there. I wasn't, you know, obviously prevent that from happening, right? But I'm going to prepare for it if it does as well. So I'll put myself in that many guillotines, probably not that deep of a guillotine, to be honest, and a mounted guillotine where he locked my arms and everything. So for him to actually put it on as quick as he did and as perfect as he did was credit to him. Because, like I said, he was deep. You know, I don't even think, even when I let people put me in these positions, they couldn't even get me that deep. What I'm trying to say is in preparation, I put myself in these positions where, you know, like this could happen, and then, you know, ways to make space to get self. Don't panic, yeah, get used to being in that uncomfortable feeling. Yeah, we're going to do workouts where, you know, just physically draining and mentally draining, but not just that. I'm going to put myself in the deepest guillotines you can, the deepest triangles you can, just in case we're there, and to not panic and get yourself out there. You get out of it, you know what I mean? And use the right techniques and don't panic, because you panicking you will lose your breath a lot quicker. At that stage, there was no fancy moves, fancy sweeps that's going to get you out of there. It was purely just make space so you don't pass out. So the blood and oxygen can get to your brain, you don't just go to sleep and there's nothing you can do about it. But I was persistent and I was like, you know, I'm never going to give up. That's just not who I am. I'm going to keep going until I either go to sleep or his arms tire. You know, there was just that never die attitude, never give up attitude, and it really did get me through. And I felt his arms go there, and then as it was dim, and then it just started opening up, the lights started coming back, yeah. So when it was dimming, the lights started turning back on. I started hearing everything again, and I could just feel him getting weaker and weaker. And as that was happening, like I'm already still in this choke, right? But I'm already being like, he's crumbling, you know, and I'm already telling myself that. It was a crazy feeling because it was deep, but I stayed persistent. And then as soon as I knew that them lights were coming back on, I was like, he's crumbling and I'll get myself out of this. And he tried a few more attempts, but we drilled all them as well. Exactly the transitions that we went from the guillotine, we drilled them transitions a million times. We knew he would go for the da, so I knew I'd get around, get on top, and you know what I mean? So this is the hours in the gym, and to be composed and that, it's preparation. It's hours in the gym doing that.